Free practice 2 for the F1 2022 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is over, but nothing changes at the top. It is Charles Leclerc again, the man who sticks his Ferrari into the top of the timesheets ahead of Red Bull's Max Verstappen. These two were 1-2 in practice 1. They're 1-2 again in practice 2. They were 1-2 for the majority of the race in Bahrain. And could this be a straight fight between these two in the race? It could be, but it might not be, because even though they are first and second, both of their respective teammates, Carlos Sainz for Ferrari and Sergio Perez for Red Bull, were both very competitive in this free practice 2 session as well, and they weren't far behind. Carlos Sainz less than a tenth behind Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez less than a tenth and a half behind his teammate Verstappen as well. So all in all, between Leclerc and Perez, he had less than 3 tenths separating the top 4. And 3 tenths, albeit 3 tenths is a decent margin to have, it's certainly a margin that can be made up between now and Saturday when qualifying gets underway. But Charles Leclerc, he wins the opening race of the season. He grabs pole. He's got this confidence has got to be sky high. He's topped the first 2 practice sessions today. Who knows how he'll get on tomorrow, but things are looking good for Charles Leclerc. Earlier in the day, I mean, him and Max were the only 2 to get into the 130s, but obviously that changed. The track is evolving, and the top 12 drivers actually broke into the 130 barriers today. Charles Leclerc did a 130.074. You've got to feel like tomorrow, I think they will get into the 29s. Who knows? Maybe they'll even get in to the 28s, but it looks like it's a Ferrari Red Bull fight, and it does look like it's going to be Leclerc versus Verstappen and maybe Sainz versus Perez for that podium place. But who knows? Maybe they'll find something overnight by tomorrow, and it could be a 4-way fight for the win. Mercedes having a bit of a better session. Hamilton in 5th place, George Russell in 6th place. So Mercedes securing the 3rd row, as you will. Not a bad session from them. Norris, a lot better from him in the McLaren. He was in 7th place. Ocon in 8th. Bottas, who was really impressive earlier today, came 3rd today. In practice 2, he came 9th, but still very solid. Tsunoda in 10th. Alonso 11th. Gasly 12th. Mick Schumacher in 13th. The Haas of Magnussen didn't get to do any laps. Really unfortunate for him. Haas having a terrible day today after such an amazing start to the season. It hasn't really worked out too well for them here. You can see that, again, Magnussen right down the bottom of the charts. Mick Schumacher in 13th, which makes me feel like Magnussen would have certainly got a few tenths on Mick Schumacher at least. I think Magnussen would have probably put this in the top 10. I think Magnussen would have maybe been about 8th. Maybe 9th, had he been able to get some running in. Stroll in 14th. Hülkenberg, his teammate, in 16th. We had Ricciardo in the other McLaren in 15th. Gohan Su in 17th. And then the Williams, really, again, after a decent Bahrain, looks like Williams might be the slowest team now. Latifi in 18th. Albon in 19th. But the only good thing for Williams is it is closed. The bunch has closed right up. They're no longer at the back. They can actually compete with the teams that are around them and in front of them. So in terms of what happened on track, guys, that is it. There was an attack near the F1 track on an oil plant, a massive explosion. The Saudi have come out and says that they can guarantee the safety for tomorrow of their drivers. So it'll be interesting to see if the race even goes ahead. But yeah, a massive explosion at an oil plant near the track. And yeah, I don't know what it was it terrorists or whatever, but I guess that's always the risk you run when you have races in these countries. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this goes ahead. But the Saudi Arabian government, or I guess the Saudi Arabian officials at the F1 have said that they can guarantee the safety of drivers, teams and stakeholders. So we'll see tomorrow, guys. Leclerc dominated today. How will we get on tomorrow when it matters? Qualifying, cannot wait for it. Should be a shootout for pole between Ferrari and Red Bull. Looking forward to it. See us tomorrow. Subscribe, comment all that good stuff. Like the video, and I'll catch you later. But until then, peace.